this is my 93 anniversary FXLR. This is like my baby. This is the bike I keep in my garage. If I get a chance to throw Nashi or Susie on the back and go for a little ride on a Sunday, this is my girl. I've restored this bike all the way down to the frame. Every nut and bolt I've restored on the bike. Yeah, well, I'm gonna get the side cover off so I can. That's gonna be a fun fix. Ready?
No, I'm statically testing. Don't.
Oh, you're statically testing. Don't blow your shit up.
Don't touch anything.
Okay.
Can't get in here.
Did you say power on?
Yeah. Is there a way?
Okay.
Yes.
There it is. I scored this as a vintage set of Kerker 2x2 FXR exhaust pipes. They're very hard to find. I've only seen one in my whole career on an FXR. Anyway, I found them in pieces on the FXR marketplace, and I bought them, and I've been restoring them and putting them back together, and they were pretty rough. And then one thing I wanted to do is I spent months on my Saturdays. I made a full coverage set of heat shields. Things that are super awesome, and they cover all the bracketry and all the ugliness, so they cover everything. So this is going to be a really cool exhaust system. They've got a tremendous sound to them, and they're a really good. We all know about Supertramp and Kerker and what kind of performance they make. That's that sound I remember. Baffles approved. So we modified the baffles a little bit and we put them in the mufflers, but it's time to weld the baffles into the muffler so they're permanent. But we didn't want to do that. We didn't want to weld them in and then send these pipes out and have them plated and spend all this money finishing the restoration and then find out we didn't like the sound or we didn't like the way they worked. So I mocked them up in their raw state to hear them and to feel the throttle response, and they feel great. So now what we're going to do is we'll take them apart. We're going to weld up the baffles, weld everything in, finish all the little seams. scout support bracket that bolts to the back of the tranny, then it goes behind the swing arm in the frame. It's real hidden and discreet. I even had Hector restore the name badge that comes on the pipes. So it's just a really rare, cool set of pipes, something different. I've had a thunder header on this bike since I built it, and you know, we all love the sound of thunder headers or whatever, but I wanted to do something different. I originally was going to put this on the police bike. That's what I restored the pipes and made all the heat shields while it was on the police bike that I did for Law Tigers. But Ari decided he wanted saddlebags on the Law Tigers bike, and these pipes are just too high. They won't sit with the saddlebags. So I put a thunder header on his build and then said, I'll use these pipes on my bike because I'd really like to run them. So next stop, Mikey's going to weld them up, and then we got to clearance them a little bit. There's a little tight spot on the front of from the pipe to the frame. I'm going to do a little radius there on the pipe, and I'm going to trim the heat shield I made a little bit to make sure that when the motor moves, because these rubber mounted motors move inside the frame, you can even see in here on the frame sticker where the thunder header even touched the frame a couple times. So we'll make a nice clearance there, custom fit this, and then we'll send them off to the plater, and hopefully in 3 or 4 weeks I'll get them back and we can put them on and I'll have my new pipes. So exciting.